वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते 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 वासुदेवाय।
Good morning. Today we shall say a new prayer. Please see page number 10 in your prayer book. Sarvastaratu durgani sarvo bhadrani pashyatu sarvah sadbuddhimapnotu sarvah sarvatra nandatu sarve bhavantu sukhinah sarve santu niramaya सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। दुर्जनः सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जनः शान्तिमाप्नुयात् शान्तो मुच्येत बन्धेभ्यो मुक्ताश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत्. Now let us see the meaning. It's given on page number 11. Sarvas taratu durgani. May all overcome impediments. May all overcome obstacles. Sarvo bhadrani pashyatu. May all see the auspicious. May all see what is good. Sarva sadbuddhi mapnotu. May all attain wisdom. Sadbuddhi. Right wisdom. May all gain. May all get. Sarvaha sarvatra nandatu. May all exult everywhere. May all be happy everywhere. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. May all be happy. Sarve santu niramayaha. May all be free from disease. This is very important. Sarve santu niramayaha. Constantly this prayer should come out of every human being. That nobody should fall sick. Everybody should remain healthy, both physically and mentally. Because the physical and mental sickness levels of this 21st century humanity has reached a peak, as it were. For various reasons, life has become complex, or rather we have made it complex. So this prayer, Sarve Santu Niramaya, may all be free from disease. You just see our rishis, how these positive prayers they have developed. Constantly they would say these prayers and contribute their might for the well-being of humanity. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Same thing again. May all realize what is good. Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. May none be subjected to misery. May none suffer the suffering, miseries of the world. Durjanaha sajjano bhuyat. The wicked people may become good people. Sajjanaha shanti mapunayot. Good people may attain peace. Only good people will get peace. Peace is a scarce commodity today. Peace and love are two scarce commodities in the world today. Everything else is available in plenty. What people are lacking in is, one, they're not getting enough love and they're not able to give also. And also, peace. Money is there, other things are there, material things, but peace is a scarce commodity. So, yeah, sajjana shanti mapniyot. If you're a good human being, you will get peace definitely. Shanti, shanto muchyeta bandhebhyo. May the peaceful become free from bonds. Muktascha anyan vimochayet. Those who have made themselves free, those who have become liberated, may help others to become free. This is the meaning of the prayer. Very potent and powerful prayer. Been chanting this prayer for ages, for millennia. So when you chant this prayer, so all the vibrations, the positive vibrations that are there in the cosmos, they enter into your being. No, Swami said that expansion is life, contraction is death, not living for ourselves. All life is one, in fact. That is the highest principle that we have discovered in this world. All life is one. That's why we have practiced ahimsa. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. Our culture says. Why ahimsa paramo dharmaha? Because all life is one. If you do violence with other life, you are doing violence to yourself. As we have understood this greatest principle, we have discovered this spiritual law, as it were, and then we have practiced it. There is no other race which has practiced this principle of non-violence as much as we have practiced over the millennia. And that's why we are here today. India actually is the only continuing civilization. There were many civilizations which came into existence and disappeared. They were there for a certain period of time and afterwards they disappeared. But this is the only continuing civilization because of this principle of non-violence. If you violate other life, you violate yourself because our life is one. So it's not a small discovery, and of course we have practiced this to the extent possible. And Mahatma Gandhi actually is the latest champion of this principle of non-violence. So as it is not possible to live with complete non-violence, the wise course of action would be to live with least violence. Kaya, vacha, manasa. Through your body, through your words, and through your thoughts, you should not hurt any creature, not just human beings. That level of non-violence can be practiced only when you have renunciation, only through tyaga. No, I am not a tyagi, I want to have everything for myself. Then not possible to practice non-violence. You will be in competition with everybody. You will try to push everybody away. In the process, you will hurt others. You will be doing violence with others. And if you do violence with others, as much as you made others suffer, and you have to undergo same amount of suffering. So that you will be reborn in this world. Because you have hurt others, you have caused suffering to others. As much suffering that you have created for others, that much of suffering you will have to undergo through one embodiment or other embodiments. Okay? That's why anybody who ignites a war, there will not be any redemption for such soul. So how many people will die? How many people will experience pain in a war? If I am actually the initiator of war, so all the people who have suffered because of me, as much as they have suffered, that much I have to suffer. And I will have to take embodiment after embodiment, one birth after one birth. Maybe that's why there's no redemption for the souls who ignite wars. War is unjust. There is nothing like justifiable war. All war are sin. That we have understood here in this culture. That's why Vivekananda would proudly say again and again, okay, we never crossed our borders and annexed another country. We never. Not that we had no capacity, not that we had no military might, we had it. Not that we don't have the genius to invent weapons, we had it, but we did not use it. Why? If you use weapons, actually, if you create, you will use them against your fellow human being. And then you will sin in the process. You'll acquire more papa. Not that the rishis had no genius. That's why I'm saying that the highest principle they have discovered, the principle of non-violence. Why you need to be non-violent? Mahatma Gandhi said non-violence cannot be practiced by cowards. Non-violence cannot be practiced by weak. Only weak people will become violent. To practice non-violence, you require greatest strength, okay, and unselfishness, and least identification with your own physical body and with immediate family members. Then only it becomes possible for you. It is for heroes. The principle of non-violence is not for cowards. It is for heroes. Heroes of exceptional strength alone can practice. Even Jesus said, if somebody slaps you on one cheek, you turn the other cheek. Can you do that? Is it easy? You have the strength to hit back, but you will hold back. Not that you cannot hit back. You have the strength to hit back, but you will hold it. That will give you greater strength. If you are a weakling, if you are a different matter, okay? The other man is stronger than you. Out of fear, actually, you run away. That is a different thing. But you have the strength to hit back, but you will hold it. You will not react. That creates a mighty will. Buddha had that kind of strength. Christ had that kind of strength. Mahatma Gandhi tried to display it in his life to the best possible extent. You will become a mighty moral force sooner or later. Okay, but second best is to hit back if you cannot. But running away are actually, but all the time generating violent thoughts against him. You hate the individual because he has hit you, okay, with all your might. But you can't actually, you know, take any revenge. I'm not suggesting revenge, but I'm just saying, but you can't hit back. That's the reason actually you have kept quiet. But that's not a real quiet. You'll be able to forgive. You should be able to forgive the individual. You have the strength to hit back, but still you will not hit back, and you have forgiven the individual, then you're really a moral titan. That gives you the real power, that samyamana, that ability to control oneself, gives you the greatest strength. All the negative energy, okay, will be transformed into positive energy, and over a period of time, you will move the world. Every individual has that much of strength, but it has to be consciously practiced. The same how people have developed these prayers. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, may all be happy. Because I am part of all. All is part of me. I am there in others, others are there in me. What is the difference between you and me? Actually, only in name, right? That is also spirit and flesh and thought. This is also spirit, flesh, and thought. Every individual in that way is same. So as we have discovered this highest principle, this country, the people of this country, have practiced the greatest amount of non-violence, and that's the reason we live. So we have never crossed our borders, we have never annexed other countries, we have never exploited other races, we have never tortured other people. You just see the other countries, particularly the Western countries, the British, the French, how many wars they have fought, all for more material wealth, more prosperity. First World War, Second World War, why did they happen? More material prosperity they want, more bhoga, more enjoyment. I want to let me make a greater economic power. Okay, I want to become a greater economic power, greater military power. That actually is the reason why wars happen. When you are in competition with other nations to make yourself a more economic power, military power, India never cared for that. We always wanted to become a cultural power. We always wanted to become a spiritual power. Spiritual power is a real power. There is that resilience will be there. So that is the reason this civilization has so much of resilience. So many attacks have happened. Okay, so many people came into us, looted us, plundered us, tried to kill us, but nothing happened. Civilization survives. Mighty civilization. Because of the strength of resilience, because of the fortitude and forbearance that we have displayed and we have shown, Indian civilization is the only continuing civilization in the world for the last 10,000 years, and also the oldest civilization. So because of this practice of non-violence, it's not actually, again I say, it's not for cowards, only the people of exceptional strength can alone practice this principle of non-violence. Thank you. Nice day.